Hi guys, and welcome to my new video. In our family, more than 3 years, we live with one smart car that either in cold or hot weather works hard every day. But unfortunately, time and working conditions made it a bit worse than when we buy it. So welcome to my mind an ideal city car.
Right.
You've got to pimp my ride.
This is 1999 smart car, 55 horsepower, turbocharged engine, 600 cubic centimeters. Great car, you can park it anywhere. This is almost the richest configuration of smart car. We have panorama, air conditioning, ESP, ABS, almost the richest configuration before Brabus. There could be 45 horsepower engine or 55. We have 55. It has leather interior, leather seats. We have additionally installed tacho and deck lock. There is also top music. We have 4 speakers in front. And yes, the consumption is really 4 liters per 100 kilometers. In winter we have almost 5 liters, but we have never seen the consumption more than 5.2 liters. But besides that, we have a lot of problems with this car. Technically it's almost ideal, but we had few accidents that made her appearance a bit worse. Here you can see the result of accident on the parking with BMW. We have fender cracked and the lower was cracked, as well as central fairings. We need to replace it. We have rusted wheels. We need to clean it as much as possible. The rear wheel is a bit better, but we need to improve it as well. We have here 195 tire size. The factory size is 175. We made it to have a bit more comfortable and softer car. Besides exterior problems, we have few interior problems that are typical for smart car. For example, this turn signal mechanism is a bit worn. After time, it becomes almost impossible to turn on the light from the first time. So you try to find the position where the light lights up. The second problem is problem with wiper blade mechanism. Here you can see the problem with wiper blades. As well, we have problem with our light bulbs in headlight, because it's almost impossible to change the light, to remove the bulb without front fairings removal. Despite all the advantages of this car, like fuel consumption, low buying cost, this car you can buy for not more than $3,500. It depends on the condition of the car. You can choose between petrol and diesel versions of this car. Petrol engines are 600 and 700 cubic centimeters and diesel engine is 800 cubic centimeters. You have a lot of disadvantages in this car. The main disadvantage is this car is very tough. If we drive in ideal streets of European countries, you won't feel it. But if you have such awful roads like in our country, it's very uncomfortable to drive this car every day. Besides that, this is Mercedes, so all the details and parts are a bit expensive, like for normal Mercedes cars. If we are about oil filter and oil and coolants, they will cost not more than for any other 20 years old car. But if you would like to change shocks or springs or different suspension parts like links and bushings and so on and so forth, we have to spend a bit more money than if we have, for example, 20 years old Japanese car. So today we will change wiper blade mechanism for our smart car. Here you can see how it looks like. It's with the pump installed. We need to remove all front fairings, beginning from the central frame. Then we need to remove blade itself. And then we will need to install this to this. That was a bit more difficult than I expected. This plastic part was broken, but fortunately it was broken in the old mechanism. So we can replace it with the new one because it's in great condition. So I had to unmount all these details. Here you can see how it looks like without fairings and headlights. After we install the mechanism, we'll try to fix all the mountings of headlights because they are a bit worn or broken too. And we'll install the new bulbs as well. There is a halogen bulb we had before, and we'll now install the LED new and modern headlight bulbs. To replace this turn signal mechanism, we need to remove this lower cover. It's on 4 bolts. Then we can remove the upper gauge part and then to take away this turn signal mechanism. This is our new mechanism, and now we'll replace the old one and to check if our headlight bulbs work correct. So after 4 hours of work and the help of one good man who drives BMW, we now have everything complete, and tomorrow we will start fixing our bumpers and fairings and plastic. Our first ride in the night with our new installed LED modern bulbs. And I can tell you the result is quite good. The light is pretty fine. After a week we can see that wheel paint is still good. We used like in few covers after we painted our wheels and get rid of all the rust. So now we will sand it and paint it, and we'll have repaired all the front fairings.
И после этого будем закрашивать.
So now we have all the sanded and they're left to mask all the parts we don't need to be painted and to start painting. Now we have the first coat done. I suppose we will have 2 or 3 more coats of paint. After we will have few coats of lac. I can tell you that I tried to fix it with welding, but it's almost impossible to weld this type of plastic. So the best way is to use fiber putty. So there is the final result. We painted and had a few coats of lac, so there is only front grille left, and we made everything we wanted. We changed the headlight bulbs, the wiper blade mechanism, fixed and painted the big hole in front fairings, we repaired the turn signal mechanism, and the only thing left regarding interior is the steering wheel. After years, steering wheel became very worn and looks awful, so everything we need now is to paint it. Here looks like our steering wheel. And what do we need to paint the steering wheel? The paint, the wet wipe, the wipe, and that's it. So now you can see how it looks like now, and now you can see how it looks like after all the paints. It looks gorgeous. So now we have the steering wheel cleaned, we have a bit of paint here, and let's start. This is the result after first coat. And just look how it looks like now. It's so crazy. After 3 coats, the color is so smooth.
Цвет получился ровный и практически полностью совпадает с цветом салона.
You may ask me why we didn't use the steering wheel leather cover, but I should tell you that it's almost impossible to find a cover of such color. And I didn't want to have the steering wheel out of the color of whole interior. So now the car is finally ready, we're on the car wash. So now here we will wash our car, polish it, and it will be like new. One day passed and now you can see how the steering wheel looks like. It's like new, really new.
Теперь совсем идеально.
So now the project is finalized. We had very a lot of things to do and we managed it very good, I think. And here you can see the transformation. To be particular, we changed the bulbs to the LED, we painted wheels and now they look very fresh and cool, as well as we get rid of all the rust. Besides that, we changed the turn signal mechanism. Using fiber putty we fixed the front fairings and the side fairings. We changed front grille and finally we painted the steering wheel.
остальная часть
and now it looks in the color scheme of all the interior of the car. If this episode was interesting for you, please consider thumb up and subscribing to the channel. We will have a lot of interesting in future. Thank you for watching and have a good day. Bye.